is menstruation. I'm sure maraming makaka-relate dito. So, to start with, if the patient is of menstruating age and is currently on the contraceptive pill, the doctor who is the author of this article asked the reason for this, as some patients take the pill in order to regulate periods or sometimes for dysmenorrhea. There would be no use asking them about their period cycle. Also, it would be useful to know if they use an intrauterine device as a contraceptive method, as this increases the menstrual bleeding. If a woman is in her menopausal years and is taking hormone replacement therapy or HRT, again, the patient is asked for how long has she been taking the HRT. Problems such as uterine fibroids or excessive bleeding or severe postmenopausal syndromes could be the reason for taking HRT in the first place. If a woman is menstruating without external hormones, then her menstrual cycle and the quality of bleeding are good indication of the energy status in the kidney and the urinary bladder, and the storing or releasing of blood and the free-flowing status of blood are both indicators of liver function. So we have to note that if the water aspect of kidney and urinary bladder are to be tonified, both lung and large intestine provide energy for this. But if the reproductive system is to be tonified in the kidneys, then the energy is provided by the spleen and the stomach. So here are tower diagrams for different patterns related to menstruation. First is when there is kidney chronic heat and yin deficiency. In this pattern, we can see short cycles, which means less than 28 days. The menstrual cycles is less than 27 days pala. Kasi normal around 28 to 30 days. So here, yang is in normal condition and the yin is deficient. Next is kidney and liver fire heat. Looking at the tower diagram, yang is in excess while yin is deficient, much more deficient than in the yin deficiency earlier discussed. So here, we also have short cycles, and aside from that, there will be excessive bleeding. The third is kidney yang deficiency. So in kidney yang deficiency, the kidney yin is in normal condition, while yang is deficient. This could lead to long menstrual cycle, which is longer than 32 days. Next is liver blood deficiency. Here, liver blood is deficient, while Qi is at the normal level. So this could lead to long cycles and little bleeding. Next is urinary bladder, which could also mean the uterus, and liver blood stagnation. Here we have an excess blood, but Qi is deficient, so this leads to blood stagnation, and this could manifest with dark, clotty bleeding. Next is spleen Qi deficiency. Here, blood is at the normal level, while Qi is deficient, and this could present with continued spotting either between or at the end of the menstruation. Next pattern is kidney and yang deficiency. Here, both kidney yin or yang are deficient. And this could lead to irregular cycles, one time short and long the next time. So next pattern is liver blood and Qi deficiency. Here both liver blood and Qi are deficient. This could lead to irregular bleeding, one time much and little the next time. So for halimbawa ngayong buwan na to, sobra-sobra ang bleeding, next time naman parang kakunti lang. Sige. Next pattern is liver and urinary bladder or the uterus blood stagnation. Here, we have an excess of liver blood, but Qi is deficient. So this could lead also to blood stagnation. And this will present with dysmenorrhea at the onset of menstruation. The last pattern is liver and urinary bladder fire heat. Here we have a very deficient yin and an excess in yang, leading to fire heat. So this could lead to dysmenorrhea during the time of maximum bleeding.